Do employees actually create freedom inside of your business for you and in your life? My name's Matt, Service Industry Coach. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do, as I drop videos on a weekly basis on how to help you grow and scale your home service business, as I have in mine here in Michigan. So I was talking to a buddy the other day, and we're talking about just kind of the nature of employees right now. And if we're all being honest, it's really hard, right? It's hard to find good talent. It's hard to pay people enough. Inflation, gas prices are going up. Like, it's just a compound effect, and it's gotten probably the hardest it's ever been since I've been in business in 2012. And we were talking, is it even worth it to have employees anymore? Like, do employees even bring freedom to your company? And we kind of diagnosed the two routes that you have to go, and I wanted to lay those out for you real quick today. The first route is the owner-operator route, and I'm not going to go too far into this. You guys know what this means. I consider an owner-operator anywhere from the owner doing literally everything to maybe having one or two employees. And that is a tried and true route. And the majority of home service companies, I think it's over 90%, are owner-operated. You know, there's freedom and there's risk that go with that. The freedom is that you're doing all the jobs yourself, for the most part. You know that things are getting done right, but the risk is you are the person. If something happens to you as the business owner, you're kind of out of luck, right? Your business is probably closing down. If you get sick, if you get hurt, a car accident, anything, you're not making money, because the only time you as the business owner are making money is when you are physically the one out there doing the job. But that is a model that is tried and true, and a lot of people do it, and they make a honest living doing that, right? And the second model is the employee model. But I want to talk about the employee model because it has to change if business owners want to be successful. And the way you have to begin to approach the employee model is you have to put yourself in the employee's shoes. In today's market, every company in your town is hiring, and they're all paying top dollar because they've realized that they have to in order to attract talent, and especially if you want A-player talent. So you need to literally put yourself in the employee's shoes and say, if I'm an employee coming to work for my home service business, what would be attractive and what would make me want to wake up every day and come work for my company? The first thing is obviously pay. You have to be able to pay your people a competitive wage or better. You may want to pay your people better than your competitors are paying, right? To attract that A-player talent. What kind of benefits are you offering? Do you have health insurance? Do you have paid time off, vacation time? Do you offer those types of things to your employee? You need to begin to think about doing those, because those are the things that these other companies are beginning to offer that we didn't used to have to do, right? Are the other employees in your business A players? Or does an A player show up to your company and have to work with a C or a D player every day who isn't pulling their own weight? These are all things we have to begin to think about inside of our business. And I can hear you saying already, Matt, I can't afford health insurance for my employees. This is where we have to start to stand up as industry leaders and start charging our customers what we are worth. This is why it's so important not to undercut yourself and not to be the cheap guy in town, because when you're the cheap guy in town, you cannot afford to pay your people a lot of money. You can't afford to have health insurance or benefits. Shoot, you can't even afford to give them paid time off, because if they're not working, you can't afford to pay them, right? And so this is where we have to begin to stand up as industry leaders and charge our customers what we're worth. On top of it, inflation, gas prices, chemical cost, equipment cost, everything is so high right now that you guys should be doing price increases on your customers anyway. We have doubled or 2.5x our prices this year in our home service business. And I would say 90% of our customers haven't blinked an eye. Now, I do believe a lot of that is because they understand with everything in the economy going on right now with inflation and all the increased pricing that companies have to charge more, right? But it also woke me up a little bit like, man, why weren't we doing this sooner? Why weren't we doing, 1.5 increases every couple of years or every year before this? Why did it take inflation or an employee crisis for us to begin to implement these things? You would be surprised how understanding your customers will be when you do those price increases. And not only is it going to help you attract better talent, it's going to give the customer a better experience, because going forward, those people coming out to their house are going to be A players. So you have two options. Be an owner-operator, run your own ship. That's cool. You can do that. Or become the employee. Understand what the employee wants. Put yourself in their shoes. Reverse engineer the whole process. Put an amazing package together that employees will want, that they'll be excited about, something that they can wake up every day and know that they're working towards. And I guarantee you, if you do that, you're gonna have a much easier job attracting A-player talent, and not only attracting them, but keeping them long term.